Good morning everyone, I'm Grail Peña together with my group mates, Elsa Iclarinal, Jose Enchong, Bernadette Buyes, and Sophia Sosa. Today, we are going to report our chosen alternative energy research and its construction in the country. The long-term availability of a cost-effective, reliable, and sustainable solid waste management system is an important component of the infrastructure needed by a local community to spur economic development. Waste to energy or energy from waste is the process of generating energy in the form of electricity and or heat from the primary retreatment of the waste. This project will be the first of its kind in the Philippines.
The waste to energy projects burns waste, producing emissions that pollute the air and are harmful to health. Added that RA 8749 prohibits waste incineration, while RA 9003 promotes waste segregation, recycling, and composting. There is a Supreme Court resolution that says that not all incineration are banned by RA 8749. This means that DENR can allow waste-to-energy projects with incineration processes that comply with standards including those for emission. The incineration is a waste treatment process that involves the combustion of organic substances contained in waste materials. Incineration and other high-temperature waste treatment systems are described as thermal treatment. Incineration of waste materials converts the waste into ash, flue gas, and heat that can generate pollutants which potentially could contribute to environmental problems like acidification, human toxicity, and ecotoxicity. On the other hand, the RA 9003 promotes waste segregation, recycling, and composting. The recycling is the process of collecting and processing materials that would otherwise be thrown away as trash and turning them into new products, thereby reducing the energy usage, the air pollution, and water pollution. How the waste to energy works. Waste to energy plants burn municipal solid waste, often called garbage or trash, to produce steam in a boiler that is used to generate electricity. The process of generating electricity in a mass burn waste to energy plant has 7 stages. 1. Waste is dumped from garbage truck into a large pit. 2. A giant claw on a crane grabs waste and dumps it in a combustion chamber. 3. The waste is burned releasing heat. 4. The heat turns water into steam in a boiler. 5. The high-pressure steam turns the blades of a turbine generator to produce electricity. 6. An air pollution control system removes pollutants from the combustion gas before it is released through a smokestack. And last, ash is collected from the boiler and the air pollution control system. Developing countries like the Philippines have limited experiences on waste-to-energy technologies. However, the rise on the volume of municipal solid waste in the local landfills, the growing health and environmental problems brought by burning and dumping wastes, and the increasing demand for cleaner sources of energy urge governments to respond and adapt to alternatives that these waste-to-energy technologies offer.
The ash or a portion of the bottom ash and fly ash from the incineration is landfilled. With complete combustion, the ash is assumed to contain no organic carbon and will not generate any landfill gases. The rest of the bottom ash is being tested to be used as road pavements. The chief benefit of using ash for roads is not just for economical reasons, but also for reducing the amount of materials sent to landfills. This is the same practice used in many countries such as Japan and Norway. On the other hand, waste to energy may not seem as harmless as it sounds. Environmental groups have criticized the government for allowing the project to go on. These environmental groups allege that the government has not done any basic homework on how waste to energy works. Local coalition, Northern Pilipinas, alleged that the waste-to-energy gasification process involves incineration, which is illegal under Filipino law. The environmental burdens of the waste management has become a major concern in many countries. And because of that, we would like to adopt and also do the life cycle assessment method, which was used to compare the waste disposal options in Singapore. It is a system-side approach which includes life cycle impact assessment for incineration, landfilling, recycling, and composting, provided an overview of the environmental burdens and benefits of the nation's waste management strategy.
500 years. 500 years is the number of years it takes this thing to disappear. This is a snack bag. You open it, you eat the chips in a minute, and throw the plastic bag in trash. In most countries, this trash sits for hundreds of years waiting to decompose in a landfill. But in a small Asian country, they figured out a way how to make trash disappear in one day. For the first time ever, I want to show you the full, hidden, exciting journey of trash in Singapore. Singapore is a tiny country. It's this big and it has no space for trash. So here is how they got rid of it. First, they collect the entire country's trash from here, here, and here and drive it to this big building to burn it. Inside this incineration plant, there is a fire that burns 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And this 1000 Celsius degrees fire eats the trash away and generates heat and energy to light up thousands of homes.
From our incineration process, we harness the heat to generate electricity.
But here's the crazy part. This fire behind me doesn't even hurt the environment. When you burn trash, it generates toxic smoke like this one. And these guys filter out the smoke in a complicated process to make it so clean, cleaner than the air around you. So this chimney at an incineration plant emits clean air.
The air come out from the chimney is smaller than 1 micron, which is very, very clean.
By now, 90% of the trash disappears in a couple of hours and the remaining 10% turns to ash. This ash, just like the smoke, is toxic. They take it and ship it far away to a man-made island where they dump all of it into a special water that doesn't touch the ocean water. And there, ash stays underwater forever, hidden from everyone. This process is so clean, the corals are still alive, the jungles are still green, and the animals are still around at that island. In other words, Singapore collects trash, burns it, creates electricity, filters out the smoke, hides the ashes underwater, and makes this trash bag disappear in one day instead of 500 years. If every country could handle your trash and mine the same way Singapore does, then we would have a much cleaner world. A world where this snack bag doesn't exist for more than one day. See you next week.
Aside from reducing waste by turning them into energy, it can also provide a number of noteworthy economic development benefits, such as long-term savings in waste disposal tipping fees, the retention of waste management expenditures in the local community, creation of high-quality jobs that cannot be outsourced, and production of baseload renewable electricity. That's why the long-term availability of a cost-effective, reliable, and sustainable solid waste management system is an important component of the infrastructure needed by a local community to spur economic development. By using waste to produce energy, we can avoid emissions from landfills and potentially reduce the need for additional landfills across the country, giving us a long-term savings. One of the reasons is that waste-to-energy facilities cost less than the disposal at regional landfills is that their tipping fees are controlled through cost and revenues negotiated through long-term 20 to 25-year contracts. As a result, waste-to-energy facility tipping fees are both predictable as well as under the control of the local government that owns the facility.
The study showed that converting waste to energy has environmental benefits compared to typical landfills that collect and combust landfill gas. The source of fuel from WTE is renewable, free, and always available for energy generation. In terms of energy production, WTE can generate energy that will be able to satisfy the country's increasingly demanding needs. Unlike in landfills, gas from waste contains high concentrations of methane, which has about 30 times higher global warming impact compared to carbon dioxide. Other than the infestation of pests, the animal manure itself infects the environment as it consists of harmful bacteria and viruses, heavy metals, growth hormone, and antibiotics. And our conclusion as a group is that we recommend governments to support waste-to-energy projects as this will significantly contribute in addressing the problems of the environment, particularly air quality and municipal solid waste management, as well as energy security and sustainability. We believe that this technology is the ultimate solution to waste problem in developing countries but only serves as a transition technology until the government establish a more sustainable solid waste management strategies, such as putting back the waste into the supply chain, creating a circular economy, producing biodegradable packaging materials like bioplastics, and intensifying various recycling facilities that process different types of waste, including toxic, hazardous, and e-waste. If the Singapore is able to do it, we, the country of Philippines, can also do it.